fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.
What is up, Wikimaniacs, and welcome back to another episode of Reddit on Wiki, the podcast famous for using Reddit and Wikipedia as their main sources. I will be the host for today's episode. It is I, the punny Pinoy John. With me, as usual, are my co-hosts. First up, after 6 months of knowing this goddamn guy, he still pronounces my name wrong every episode, and he still won't bother to learn it. Host of Let's Start a Cult, Ottawa's own Josh Shall.
I deserve that. That's fair.
I'm that fucking petty, my guy.
That's
you
fair.
Gonna learn
you know
today.
what? My episode next, and I can almost guarantee I'm gonna butcher.
I'm giving you a heads up, so learn my shit right now.
Consiguado.
Oh, something like that. Pretty close. And we won't be complete without the glue guy of the group. We call him the good egg, but it's probably when he scrambles his words when he does an intro for his episodes. Houston legend.
Interesting way to introduce me.
Houston legend and Shots and Thoughts head honcho, Sean Salvino. What's going on, my guy?
Not too much, man. Immediately humbled. Right off the bat, insulted.
That's how you know we're friends now, right?
Facts.
That's what I assume. That's what you keep telling us, John.
So before we get right into it, you know how it is with my episodes. I always like to start with housekeeping items, and then we're going to do some catching up with each other. Short and sweet today. Just want to thank all the Wikimaniacs for supporting our Cultivate Network live stream of weird Valentine's Day gifts. Josh, did we get pretty good? We got pretty good turnout on that live stream.
Yeah, we had some good. I forget what the viewership numbers are off the top of my head, but yeah, it was definitely over 50 total. Yeah, pretty crazy for live stream, and it was awesome. Like Lindsay and Alex are great, so definitely can't.
They were amazing.
Yeah, can't wait to do that again. That's awesome.
And all the people commenting on the post or the live recording as well. They were so interactive, so that was really nice. Sean was there pretty much half the damn show. He might as well have joined.
He should have just hopped on.
I was out and about. I was doing my best to get in there with the jabs. I thought, I didn't know. I wasn't hosting, so I didn't know the rules of y'all's game. But I thought all of these were going to be like weird sex things. So whenever the stuffed animal went on there, I was like, please, God, no. Tell me they're not fucking this koala.
No shame. No shame.
No, if you're fucking a koala, shame on you.
And of course, I'd like to read some of the reviews that we received from our Wikimaniacs. And this one comes from our good friend Emily from Pineapple Pizza Podcast. And it reads as this: 5 stars, can't stop laughing. I love every episode of this show. These 3 are hilarious and play so well off each other. The content is new and fresh, even when covering a topic I've heard before. And I absolutely love their approach to quote unquote research. Their laughter is contagious. Their stories get wild. The audio is amazing. What's not to love? Prove to the world that you have good taste by keeping this in regular rotation on your playlist.
Wow.
So shout out to Emily. Shout out to the Cultivate Emily. Gang, baby.
Yeah, gang. Excellent audio. Again, still the $30 mic. You know what I'm saying? You fucking doing it.
Yeah, Sean, you were telling us before the episode started. What was your plan with what you made money or something?
Okay, yeah. So here it is. This is we're kicking straight into the fucking the chatty part. Here we go. So I recently I'm in multiple fantasy football leagues, Wikimaniacs, and your boy came up pretty big this year. You know what I'm saying? Winning 2 different leagues. You know what I'm saying? Getting that money, that cheddar, that bread, that guap. You know what I'm saying? So I won a pretty penny. And I got paid out during Super Bowl weekend. I guess that's the tradition in these leagues, or at least the ones I'm in. I think that's mostly due to our commissioner using all of our money that we put in at the beginning of the year to do sports bets during the middle of the year, and then hoping to make enough to pay the winner back. But I won't get into that.
Jesus,
that's fine.
That seems super
shady
illegal.
Business right there.
Oh, it's not illegal, but it should be. But yeah, I just got paid. I got paid my pretty penny, and I'm in the middle of deciding to upgrade these $30 mics for me and the Shots and Thoughts hosts. That's right, guys. I'm airing out the dirty laundry. I pay for all this shit. Chris and Ryan could care less. We could record on fucking AirPods microphones. They'd be happy. So
Well, Ryan doesn't know what's going on half the time.
I don't even think Ryan knows that this is public. I don't know.
What are shotties?
Yeah, we have listeners. I thought those were imaginary. And for the most part, he would be right. He would be right.
You said you had 4, okay?
Yeah,
That's all that matters.
We have
You have
4.
way-
We have
you have
4
more than
devoted
4.
listeners.
Yeah,
We have more than 4. But you don't like to brag to the people.
I'll brag for you.
I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm debating if I want to spend this money on getting new equipment for the pod, and that would help Reddit on Wiki as well as Shots and Thoughts. Or, I could do the practical thing and pay off this fucking wedding debt that is currently ruining both of our lives.
It's a real toss-up,
It's a real toss-up. Make my life worse or have even better audio
Sounds
for listeners.
sounds slightly silkier.
Yeah, sound just a little bit better.
Yeah.
After hearing the 5-star review and saying how good our audio quality is, I might be leaning towards the credit card debt.
Yeah.
And one might say I should have been leaning towards that the whole entire time.
Yeah, I think your
The
wife
fact that
would
you had to
probably
question
say
it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we are doing, by the time this comes out, it will have already happened. But we are doing live shows, and I am scared that with recording this live show out in public on my $30 mic, I will pick up every single bird chirping, person walking, food chewing. We're at a restaurant. We're doing a live show at a restaurant.
True.
And restaurants are kind of loud and noisy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
You have a condenser too?
and I have a condenser mic. And Wikimaniacs, if you don't know, condenser mics are worth $30 on YouTube or on Amazon. So-
Shit. Well, Emily seems to think that we have great audio quality, so that's all that matters, right?
yeah, I
Yeah,
think
that's true.
I think
that's
you
true.
sound fine, Sean. Yeah, for the live show, it's going to be tough.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be tough.
Tell us a little bit about the live show. I'm actually interested. I've taken over
man.
John's show. I'm now conducting what we talk about.
I'm so sorry.
You're good.
But yeah, by the time this comes out, we will have already done our first in-person live show. So our homies, our childhood homies, have a sports podcast for the Rockets, and they've been making quite a bit of noise with the Rockets Twitter community. And one of the guys there is just really good. I think his job is marketing, so he's super good at talking to businesses. So he's been talking to various restaurants and bars and breweries to see if we could host a show there. So
Oh, that's
that
awesome.
ended up happening at one of our favorite restaurants, Be More Pacific, Filipino Pride. You know what I mean? So fucking
Love that
good.
place.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, we're just doing. They host every month. They host a marketplace for small Filipino-owned or Filipino-inspired businesses. So they'll have vendors there, and while the vendors are vending, we'll also just be doing kind of like a podcasting outdoors type of vibe thing. Yeah, so
Outdoors.
I imagine people who don't know what's going on just walking
Oh, yeah.
around, and then there's
Hating-
just three
hating
dudes
us.
getting drunk, yelling.
Oh, yes.
Just rapping.
I was gonna say, you need to rig it where Ryan is rapping live in front of people. That would be amazing.
we're inviting all of our friends and hoping they show up just so we don't seem like 3 annoying people at this restaurant. But
Yeah, make them
Hopefully-
signs that they can hold up for you.
yeah, so we're trying to be. So we have two plans. We have one plan where we're pretty crowd, centric, like back and forth interaction. And then we have another one where we're just in a corner, quiet, not annoying anybody, depending on the vibe that we get within the first 5 minutes. So, but yeah, it should be a good time. If you're in Houston, it's too fucking late. Sorry about that.
Well, we can clip this part and put it on social if you wanted us to.
Exactly.
That would be nice. That would be good.
We could do that.
But yeah, it should be a good time. I think this is going to be a Patreon exclusive. So it will be on the Cultivate Patreon, on the $10 tier, and it will be on the Shots and Thoughts
Tier, yeah.
Individual Patreon. No.
Oh,
We're making our
Okay.
I understand.
We haven't done it yet, but we've had meetings about it, and that should be
Meetings.
up by the time this comes up. And if it's
Okay.
not taken by now, which I doubt, patreon.com/SNTPOD. It will be available there. I haven't searched, but I imagine that's free.
Could you
And then,
imagine?
yeah, I would be very angry. And then,
I've
if
already
you don't
taken
want to, fuck.
Pay us first, bitch.
If not, yeah, you could find it on Cultivate's Patreon. Patreon.com/cultivate, spelled with the letter 8, podcast
Nice.
network. And yeah, I'm sorry. I took 10 minutes of your show, John.
No,
Nah, you're fine.
that's
man.
good. I'm stoked for you guys. Like that sounds super cool. I've always
That
wanted
is
to do a
super
live,
legit, bro.
like a live
Oh.
stream. Oh, it sounds like you need a new camera mount too.
I know, mate.
Yeah, I got the camera working, guys. If you're watching our YouTube shorts, which are blowing up, but yeah, I fixed my camera to have higher quality, and hopefully the audio syncs. But I if you believe my mic is cheap, wait till you hear the price of my ring light. Alibaba, a pack of 3, $10. You know what I mean? So it's
Wow.
real shitty over on this side.
So you can send one to both John and I.
That's true. You have
Yeah.
a 3-pack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
But whatever you guys are using is, I could tell, way better than what I have. So there's no point.
I've got lights here.
Ooh.
I have a studio at home.
Yeah,
Yeah,
John.
you can't see this, but John's computer screen actually wraps around him 360, providing
Yeah,
light all
it's
around.
crazy.
It's true. It's a
He doesn't need a ring light.
yeah. I don't need to realize it's a 49-inch TV or
Oh,
screen.
Shit.
49 inches. Jesus
Crazy.
Christ.
Yeah, that's
That's
Meanwhile,
as
I'm in
tall
a-
as John.
that is. It's true. If you put it vertically, it's as tall as me.
You flatten it out.
Oh shit. But yeah, shout out to Emily for leaving that amazing review. If you want to leave a review like our good friend Emily, you can do so by finding us at Reddit on wiki.com, or you can go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Good Pods, and Podchaser to have your comments read on the show. Also want to thank our good friend Jackie from Cause of Death and the Darkcast Network for sending over the listener audio that you'll hear in the intro. And also stick around at the very end of our episode and we'll be playing their promo as well. And fellas, we always talk about milestones in our episodes. We finally have 1,000 followers on Twitter.
Oh,
So
she?
Damn.
that's been pretty awesome building that. It's usually just me saying the most randomest shit, but people seem to respond. So that's okay. And
Yeah,
hopefully
I was gonna say I felt pride, and then I realized I don't do anything for the Twitter, so I have done nothing to get us those followers.
that's pretty much all me. Okay.
Yeah, I'll
Just
give you
kidding.
that. That's all you.
But
You don't even
yeah.
have to say just kidding. Josh and I will openly and willingly say
We
we
will
don't
get
do
to it.
shit when it comes to Twitter. That's all, John.
TikTok and
Instagram
YouTube.
too.
That's me.
Instagram we haven't been doing too hot, but it's a harder game. But
Yeah, reels.
Um,
They don't love it when you swear in your reels, I think, and that's
It's
been killing
true.
us.
Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Same with TikTok.
maybe we just need to bleep it out.
Yeah, we could do that.
They don't. I feel like I hear TikToks with curse words, but maybe I don't.
We're also talking about sex and
Depends on
most
the
of our
depends.
reviews.
Like the ones I'm talking about specifically are the relationship advice ones where he thinks she's pregnant. So there was definitely some words in there that were
Facts.
not appropriate. Well,
We're
I don't
not
know. Grow
appropriate
up.
to begin with.
Yeah.
But what else do we got? So, for the 1,000 followers, thank you. Hopefully we turn some of you to our listeners. And for the first time in our show's history, we also charted top 110 on United States for the first time. So
Oh, yeah.
that's been crazy. We usually chart internationally, but never really home
The-
for us two, Josh,
We've
We
tried
tried
it
in
in Canada. Yeah.
a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But America's the
Uh,
only one that matters. Yee.
we're number one, baby. Pew pew, guns, freedom.
Yeah.
You love to see us not being the ones of the top of the news, Josh. It's crazy to see your country. In fact,
That's true.
I don't
But
love it.
we'll get to that in the catching up. I got one last thing to say.
Okay.
To say
Sorry,
to,
sorry.
We'll stop
to our
hijacking the
Wikimaniacs.
episode.
No, you're fine. Hijack those trucks that you got going.
With the guns on it.
Phew. Well, last but not the least, just want to say a big shout out to our patrons for supporting us. Vina, Linz, Gabby, Taru, and Aaron. We really appreciate you not going with the whole not going anywhere and just supporting us. I'm not going to go with the whole spill. You know, Sean wants you to sign up for the $25 tier. But if you go to our Patreon, you can go at patreon.com/Cultivate Podcast Network, and you'll see all the amazing benefits we have to offer. Now, all that housekeeping is out of the way. Let's catch up, boys. I mean, we mentioned about Sean's live show coming up. How did everyone's Valentine's Day go? Like, did you guys have a good date? Like as planned?
I know Josh did. What's up, my guy? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother.
Wait. I need to know this. This is like a little inside thing that you guys have going on. I want in on it.
The end of Josh's episode, Josh was doing a little bit where he hosted with his spouse,
my girlfriend. Yeah.
Girlfriend. I don't know what with his girlfriend. And at the end of the episode, he was doing a little bit where he was like, "Well, this is all we're doing for Valentine's Day," and then she was like, "No, we had a great Valentine's." She said, "We had a great Valentine's last night."
Yeah.
And then I immediately closed it and texted in our little Slack. I was like, "Oh, fist emoji. You love to see it."
Yeah. Saturday
She
was
probably
good.
did not mean it as that, though. No, I'm
No,
sure she
I-
meant it as. But
because I told her
maybe
because I told her that you sent me that, and she was like, "Oh, that's nice," and then I was like, "No, but he's implying, you know." And she's like, "Oh, I did not mean it that way." I was like, "God damn it." But no, it was good. We went to the restaurant next. My dumbass thought it was downtown, but it was definitely not. So that was lucky, super lucky. But it was awesome. 7-course meal, and
Ooh.
yeah, it
My
was
type of
good, man. It was
courses,
good.
baby.
Some steak.
Mm.
We had shallots, which I learned I am not a fan of. So
It's hit or miss on places. Depends on how they make it.
I really didn't like the texture. I'm a big
shallots
texture
just
guy.
little onions.
Or maybe not shallot. What are they called?
Scallops.
Scallops. Thank you. I'm just an
Scallops.
idiot.
I knew what you were. I already knew what you're talking about.
Okay, I for real was like, well, do you like onions? Because let me tell you something.
I love
I think
shallots.
they're the same.
I hate scallops.
It's hit or miss.
Yeah. I'm a big texture guy, and it was just very mushy. And it was like, oh god. But it's the worst part was it was the very last thing before the dessert, so it was just hanging in my mouth for the very end of the dinner, and I was like, this sucks.
What was your favorite meal that you got there, though? What you said, 7 courses?
Yeah, man. Everything was really good other than that. The steak was awesome.
What kind of cut? I'm curious what the cut is.
Ooh, great question.
John, put it back in your pants, dude.
Yeah,
Put it back in your pants. Jesus.
Man, you know me and my fucking food guy, my guy. Like, that's my shit, dude.
I'm not as much of a foodie as you, John.
What type of cut? Tell me the cut. What type
Was
of
it
cut?
porterhouse? Was it a tomahawk?
Was it a fillet?
I have
T-bone?
no idea, but it was good.
You want a T-bone?
Beef belly.
And the broccoli soup was amazing. Like, it was the best soup
Okay.
I've ever had.
I know you're healthy, Josh. You don't have to rub it in our face.
But yeah, so that was good. And then Sunday night we quickly recorded Let's Start a Cult.
Quickly. Okay, I see what you're doing here.
Before the Super Bowl.
Ah.
On Sunday we recorded an episode and then watched the Super Bowl, and then Monday we just exchanged presents and made dinner together. So it was
Ooh.
pretty low key Monday, but yeah.
Well, it sounds like you scored a couple touchdowns, my guy. For Sean to be giving you a fist like that.
Sean's just nodding his head.
I was nodding until you say for Sean to be giving you a fist like that, and then I'm like, oh, well, wait a second. That's not what I wanted. That's not.
Sean, what about you, my guy? I saw you posted that brunch pic.
brunch
and that
looked
shit
good.
looked amazing.
Yeah, so the sushi place I was mistaken. The sushi place was canceled weeks ago. I did not know. That's on me. But we went to this restaurant called Zochi, which is kind of like the chef is like a James Beard Award winning chef. The restaurant, and that was the restaurant where he won the award. But it's like Mexican food that's not like American. Like it's like mole
Like
heavy.
authentic.
Yeah, like authentic Mexican, Oaxacan type of food.
Okay.
Damn.
So we went there on Sunday morning, and we had their every Sunday they have a brunch. So we did their brunch. So much good food.
That should look good.
It did look good. I was
Shit
so
was-
jealous. I was sitting there Sunday
did-
like, fuck.
I did not know what I was eating most of the time. I just saw, like, oh, meat and sauce. Okay, yeah, mole and meat. Okay, yeah, for sure. And everything was really good. And then afterwards, we got a coffee, and there's a park right next to the restaurant. So we got a coffee or something hot, and we just laid out in the sun, drinking some hot drinks, full as fuck, relaxing.
Must be
Life
nice
is
that you
good
can
then.
just chill
Yeah.
outside in a park.
Oh yeah, it's Texas, baby. It was probably like maybe 40 degrees. So
Jesus, I'm moving.
yeah, move here for the winter and then go back up there for the summer. Otherwise, you're here for 110.
Honestly, that's if I ever get a job that pays me enough to support both of us, that's what I said my plan would be.
What do you mean? There's
To
plenty of
migrate?
jobs here.
Yeah, to migrate. Well, because she can't work from home, so
Mm.
it wouldn't work that way.
Plenty of jobs here, my guy. Shit, if they're willing to pay me a lot of money for doing dumb shit, money everywhere.
That's fair. Yeah, it'd be cool. I would very much appreciate to be away from the dark and cold weather of Canada in the in the winter.
Come on down.
Let's giddy up over here, buddy. We'll take care of you.
It's cheap as fuck, baby.
Let's go.
Wow. Yeah, it is very cheap. Trust me, I've been looking at houses everywhere, and it is cheap down there.
Bro, you can get a house in Katy that looks like a goddamn mansion for
Facts.
under $1 million. And it looks like that a house that would be in LA would probably be like 5.
And
No, like
a small bungalow
like
is worth $1 million
the
in
first
Toronto.
time. The
Yeah.
first time I was looking for houses back in 2015 when we were gonna get stationed out in San Antonio, I was looking for like a 5-bedroom house. It was like 160,
Dude, it's so
and it
cheap.
was huge.
That's crazy.
$160,000. I mean, it's probably tripled that now, but like still,
Yeah,
that's-
you can't find
that's
any.
still better. Yeah, you can't find it anywhere like that.
No,
California, you get like a closet for like $1 million. Ridiculous.
Jesus. Yeah, Ontario's bad right now, man. It's like you can't find anything decent underneath like 400.
Jesus.
Well, that's
Christ.
Canadian, I guess, so a little less for you guys. But
Oh.
still, that's like bare minimum single family house, you know?
Lord.
So yeah. Anyway, I don't know how we got here, but
Well, I might as well start the episode because we're 24 minutes in, and that's just about the right timing for us now. Now that we're trying a little new format, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, and the
But-
Wikimaniacs know that John does not celebrate Valentine's Day. That's why,
Yeah.
if you're wondering about his Valentine's Day, he doesn't, because every day is Valentine's Day for John.
But we are going to celebrate next week.
my girlfriend listened to that and she was like, "What a cop out."
We're celebrating next week. So
Oh,
joke's on you.
okay.
I told you guys
Oh,
we
yeah, the
don't
steak.
celebrate
You're getting
the
steak.
we
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
celebrate the actual day of. We're gonna celebrate after.
Yeah.
Is there?
But
I forget, what was the reason?
You started the statement with "we don't celebrate," and then
Yeah, you did start. You did start with every day
Because-
is Valentine's Day, baby.
I mean, it's true though. It do be facts.
That's
But
fair.
we're going on a little mini date tomorrow, and then we're gonna go to a big date next week.
Okay, you're forgiven.
We go on dates every week. So
Nice.
Love to
that's
see
how
it.
we do, baby. That's how we keep that spark going. You know what I'm saying? You always got to, Wicked Maniacs, if you're listening to this and you're cuffed up, date your spouse, date your partner as many times as you can.
Yeah.
That's it.
Don't-
That's a good relationship advice. And don't be a fucking idiot like that one guy we read about last week or last episode.
Who
So
to read
The one
about?
that's cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
The
was like,
relationship advice guy.
time
He's an
doesn't mean
asshole.
anything to me. So I'm like, what? How many weeks was that?
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to our topic for today. Boys, if you can think of a company right now that is considered a household name or a necessary part of millions of people's lives, what company could you be thinking of right now?
Google, Microsoft,
Okay.
Amazon.
Apple.
Sean got it. Amazon. And jumping to the topic, let's get to the Wikipedia portion of the episode. For those who don't know what Amazon is, Wikipedia describes Amazon as, quote, an American
A
multinational
rainforest.
tech.
No.
That too. It is. It's a river. Oh wait, that's a rainforest.
No, it's a whole ass rainforest.
Yeah.
It's a rainforest. I'm thinking of.
I'm sure there's
Wait,
an Amazon
There's an
River.
There's a river
Amazon
in there.
The Amazon River is called the Amazon River. So
Yeah. So you're
I
not
guess,
wrong.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
But there's a river there, right?
The Amazon River.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, okay.
Is it not? I'm pretty sure it is.
I would imagine it's in the same spot. Could you imagine if it wasn't Amazon River?
Well, I think there's a state. Isn't like Missouri City in Kansas or some shit, or like Kansas City is in Missouri.
There's
Some
a
random
Kansas
shit
City.
like-
There's a Kansas City in Kansas,
Huh.
and there's a Kansas City, Missouri.
There's a New York City in New York.
Yeah.
That's
So there's
true.
Kansas City in both.
Yeah.
You guys are, well, you keep it simple, I guess. Where are you?
Keep
I'm
it
in New
simple.
York. Which state? New York.
New York. New
But
York,
unless
New
you're from
York.
Washington, then you're like, I'm in Washington. Which one? The state, DC. I don't know.
The depressing one or the fast-paced one? Which one?
That fits for either, right?
I'm gonna
Well, I mean,
be
the
honest.
depressing one is
As a Canadian, I didn't know they were different places for a long time. Well,
one's in the west, one's in the east.
well into my adulthood.
As an American citizen in elementary school, I had no idea the difference. I was like, Washington, D.C. is not in Washington. Why would they do that?
Okay, so I'm not the only one. It's very
Yeah.
confusing.
Again, I was in elementary and you were an adult, so there is a little
Yeah.
bit of it.
To be fair, I've never been to either, or even thought about going to either. So
I love Seattle. I would move there in a heartbeat.
Where were you January 6th, 2021, Josh? Where the fuck were you?
well, where's my
You know what?
alibi?
I
have a
been
receipt.
to D.C.
Just once, just the one time.
Just the one time. I got to see everything.
There's so much going on. It's a party.
Oh shit, where was I? I lost myself.
Sorry.
Anyways, it's an American multinational technology company which focuses on e-commerce, cloud computing, digital streaming, and artificial intelligence. Sean's most hateful thing. He hates AI.
More than puns, I am afraid of AI.
It has been referred to as one of the most influential economic and cultural forces in the world, and the world's most valuable brand. It is one of the big five American information technology companies, alongside Google, Apple, Meta, and Microsoft. And now let's get back to where Amazon started. According to a History.com article, Amazon first opened their business as an online bookseller back on July 1995. And I think it's crazy. They started as a bookseller, and it kind of got me going back to how Nintendo started as a card company. I think it was
Yeah,
like a
back in
card
like the
company.
1800s or something.
Yeah, that
Or-
was pretty bizarre.
Yeah,
1800s? Nintendo's that old?
I think so, right?
Something like that.
We got to do an
could be-
episode on
We should do an
Nintendo.
episode on Nintendo.
1800s?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Let's
We're doing
get it.
every gaming company. We'll have so much
Yeah.
content.
Ooh. That would be fun.
That would be good.
The founder of the online bookseller was none other than the man we all love and admire today. And I say that with all the sarcasm in the world.
Thank you.
It's goddamn Jeffrey Bezos.
Bezos.
Bezos. Is it Bezos or Bezos?
I call him Bezos because I think it's funnier. I think I've said that
Mm.
before.
CEO, entrepreneur, born in
1964.
64.
Jeffrey Bezos.
So the company started at Seattle, Washington, the sad, depressing side,
Nice.
with the vision of Bezos' motto of, quote, get big fast. And
Hell
it's-
yeah.
And
Hell
now
yeah,
he's swole.
baby.
Though it took him a long time to get swole.
Is he
That's
jacked?
true.
Oh, he's jacked.
Is
But
he?
it's definitely like like steroids or something.
Dude, he gives me like Lex Luthor vibes this whole time. So
yeah, he is Lex Luthor. Like I feel he's gonna give
is.
himself so much steroids, he's gonna disable himself, and then he's gonna be in a wheelchair.
He'll just look like Dana White, dude. Dana White's just a thumb at this
I
point.
was gonna say that.
That man is roided out, bro.
I mean, Joe Rogan looks like a thumb. Like he doesn't have a neck. He walks like this.
Joe Rogan is also roided out.
Yeah, he admitted to doing steroids, I think, or something.
Lord. Anyways, his motto of get big fast kind of became a self-fulfilled prophecy with how dependent many people are and how revolutionary Amazon services became. So Amazon started off hot, and according to a companieshistory.com article, Amazon was able to cover all 50 states, and yes, that includes DC, along with 45 other countries, and it managed to come up with $20,000 a week per week sales.
Sheesh.
And I looked it up to adjust inflation. It would be around $37,000 today, and about 1.9 million a year in sales.
It's pretty.
I know 1.9 today for 1.9 million today for him is probably equivalent of chump change at this point.
I don't even think he'd notice if he lost.
I don't think so either. Yeah,
that much.
But it's incredibly insane how this guy was able to leverage all that, especially in a kind of a startup company. So imagine this: if we made $20,000 a week off of Patreon money, what would you guys do with it?
Buy Sean a new mic.
Buy mics. Buy mics.
Towards a credit card debt.
Oh yeah, I would pay off the credit card debt. Yeah. That would probably be number one thing.
I'd move to somewhere warmer.
Texas, baby. Come on.
Texas,
come on
down. Live shows, baby.
And then we could do then we could do in person. We could have a studio. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
That's true.
Damn.
COVID doesn't exist over here, so
I feel like
That's true.
Josh, by default, you'd have to move to Austin, so that way we're all triangulated in one place.
That's true. And then
Like we're all equally 3 hours apart from each other.
Josh would enjoy Austin.
You would love Austin. I
would.
love Austin.
Austin is like it's California, but in Texas.
Yeah.
Like a lot of outdoorsy, lots of gentrification. A lot of people.
white. You're a color.
It used to be not so white,
Okay.
but
It's white as
but
fuck.
it's white. It's white
Is
now.
it getting more white or less white?
More white. More people
More
from
white.
California are coming over.
So you want me to move there?
But
Yeah,
but these are the liberal whites. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
These are the hippie. We're from California. Texas sucks ass, like the John type whites.
okay.
Yo, I don't say Texas suck ass. I just say Texas whatever. Do
Well,
I say
that's-
Texas? Do
No,
I
you-
say
You
Texas
said it's
sucks?
mid. You said it's mid. That's fair.
It's mid. Yeah, I don't. That doesn't mean it sucks. But as much shit as I give Big Daddy Bezos, he's I think he's a low key goddamn genius. You know, he began to
No.
brainstorm for. You don't think he's a
No.
genius?
No, I think he's good at exploiting his workers.
I
to
mean-
making profit.
Early form of Jeffrey Bezos.
Sure. Yeah,
That's
guess.
what I was.
You could-
I was trying to get with that.
To be fair, you do have to be a certain amount of. You have to have a certain amount of intelligence to be this evil and this rich.
well,
It's true.
that's fair. It's a mix between luck and skill, you know, because there's tons of people who started companies around this time that, like Microsoft, Apple, like they all started, and there was tons of other companies that failed. So,
Right.
Yeah.
and they were maybe smarter, more successful, but they just didn't get as lucky, you know.
Exactly.
So
So Bezos began to brainstorm for a name with his company, and he knew that it was important to find a name early in the alphabet so they'll be able to find them faster in directories. He then decided to roll with the name Amazon because it made it sound, quote, exotic and different.
fuck.
The
We
logo
chose Reddit
design-
on Wiki.
Yeah.
We're at the bottom, and people type in Reddit. We're definitely not
Maybe
coming
we
up in
should-
the search bar.
Let's do a name change, guys.
What would we
Let's
go with?
rebrand. Come on, vote Wikimaniacs. Tell us what we need to be called.
The antelopes.
Oh my god.
So exotic.
What are you guys going to be talking about?
Have you ever
What
seen
the
an
fuck is our
antelope?
topic then? Hey, at least we'll be like super niche down though.
Yeah. Be like, what the fuck is this podcast?
They don't talk about antelopes at all.
They've never referenced them once. We take this episode out.
They talk about cantaloupes, which is upsetting
Just every episode. Something that rhymes.
Oh my God, we're gonna run out.
We'd run out after Cantaloupe.
It's a short series. Rhymes.
Ryan is gonna be our topic creator.
Oh, there you go.
He'd be like, Fantaloupe. It's like, that's not a real word, Ryan. All right, let me try again.
So the logo design was also pretty dope, and and it's probably one of the most practical logos I've seen around. So since 2000, they rock the same logo most of us kind of know today, where there's an arrow leading from A to the letter Z, because they literally have any products that you can think of. There were other names discussed that didn't hit quite well, like Relentless was one of them, and Cadabra.
And
which
the lesser known Big Daddy Jeff was that was his other name. he tried to pass.
Yeah, so but Bezos' lawyer nixed it because it sounds pretty close to the word cadaver.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah,
which will not translate well with calls or just people's perception of it. And not gonna lie, like I said earlier, I do applaud like the early form of Bezos, because until he became pretty much Lex Luthor like figure, but it's kind of hard to deny how Amazon pretty much changed the game. And just like anything that you start, the first few days of the company saw them celebrating every single milestone. It's kind of, I think, kind of relates to us, where we kind of celebrate every 1,000 downloads that we have. It's shit to like other podcasters who are more big, but it's just when you hit a certain point, it's kind of be like, all right, we got to celebrate more of like the grander things.
Yeah,
You gotta smell the roses.
Lindsay looks at our achievements and she's like, this is nothing compared to what I am.
Every week is a new 1,000.
Every week. We're just like, oh, that's another week. Josh just got passed. I'm like, fuck me and my one episode all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
But how they celebrated things was they had a nice little bell that they'll ring every time someone made a purchase. But it got to the point that they had to stop the tradition because there was a massive influx of business, and the bell just kept like ringing the whole time.
That's a baller feeling. You know,
it is.
He is evil, but that's pretty fucking cool.
It is.
So he's like, what's that, Pavlov's dog or whatever?
Pavlov, yeah.
Yeah, he's just
conditioning someone to like make a sale.
I got to try and get more people to sell. I love that bell.
So with all the success that they were experiencing, Amazon decided to take a leap of faith and decided to go public in 1997. And at the time, the valuation of the company was at about $300 million, and that kind of equated to about $18 per share.
Holy
And according to a Podine.com article, if you had invested $1,000 back in 1997, and when they first went public and cashed it around this time, you would be sitting in about a cool $1 million on you today.
Jesus.
That's how much the stocks are worth. We fucked up.
Yeah,
our parents fucked up.
I was going to say, I'll go back to 3-year-old me and say invest in Amazon.
I don't want lunch money, Mom. Put it on Amazon.
Lunch money? I was still at home. I was in preschool.
Well, yeah. Well, I was probably, how old was I? Yeah.
John's like, I was graduating college back then.
I was, damn. Crusty old man. For those who are not familiar with the Amazon, oh wait, no, I skipped a little bit. So Amazon continued to be innovative by introducing a loyalty program. And just like Optimus, a Rib, and the number 5, the program put them in a prime position to attract loyal customers.
You got him.
See what I did?
Did it. Yep. You did it.
Do you guys have the Prime program?
I do.
Yeah. As much as I hate Jeffrey Bezos, I use Amazon an obscene amount.
Yeah.
Same here.
Man, they got me back in college when they were like, oh, it's only whatever it was.
Like $30.
It was
right,
cheap.
for
Yeah.
students?
And
yeah,
I was like, oh, that's like very cheap. And then you get Amazon Prime, like video services. Yep. You get the music if you want it. Although they've gotten better, but their UI is not as good as like the other ones.
Yeah.
And then you get like 2-day delivery. It's like, this is sick.
Isn't Twitch owned by Amazon now too?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You get like credits or something like that. I'm not familiar.
You get like one token to sub to somebody.
And then you also get books now. I think you have access
Audible,
to
right?
No, well, they have Audible as well, but I think just with Prime, you can get free books as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
I always
okay.
get emails like 2 free books for a trial, for a week
Oh,
trial.
fuck, I don't read. I don't read shit.
We're sponsored by Audible, so we should know this.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Cut this out.
Audible.
Cut this out. I'm gonna cut
Our
this
favorite.
out. Yeah.
Use the fucking
audibletrial.com/cultivate. Get 1 month free. Let's go.
Shit.
Put that on the mid roll. And for those Wikimaniacs who are not familiar with the Amazon Prime program, it's about, I think it's $80 a year now. I think it kind of went up a little bit.
Yeah.
And the biggest perk, like Josh mentioned, you do get 2 days free shipping. We kind of talked about it a little bit. Subscription to Audible, Amazon Music, Amazon Video, and many other perks. And there was a study that was conducted back in 2019 where it showed that, sorry, I had to burp. Americans spent at least $1,400 a year on Amazon purchases.
Holy shit! What about
at the very
Canadians?
minimum?
Canadians spend
And I
more.
think that's just 1 week, a couple weeks in this house.
Jesus. Yeah, I was gonna say most of my setup here is from Amazon.
The same here.
Dude, when we were getting married and doing like a bunch of DIY stuff, like every day, just fucking 3 or 4 boxes. I'm like,
Yep.
Jesus.
It's crazy.
It's insane. And multiply that with about 100 million active subscribers. They have just about the recipe to have a successful run. And I can kind of see it in Sean's eyes right now, perking up right now because of the thought of all that money coming in. Like, don't you wish Reddit on Wiki have 100 million subscribers or Patreon? That'd be great.
I love when
Imagine
you said,
100 million $25 patrons. Oh my god.
Shit.
I'm fucking never mind.
Sean doesn't have access to our Patreon, right?
It's like he'll change his name. It's just like, what the fuck happened to this guy? He just kind of went up and left.
He's like, this is now the SNTP.
Surprise.
And again, to raise the bar even further, Amazon also introduced the Alexa line, which became the de facto home assistant for many people. And admittedly, as someone who has a smart, pretty much everything in the house, there will be many times when I don't even get up to do anything and just tell Alexa to do it for me. I mean,
You're like Ryan, dude. Ryan has smart everything.
Yeah, my lights, my laundry, my freaking fridge, even my stove is smart.
Jesus. I gotta say, that would be handy.
The blinds too.
Oh, I don't have that, but that's I want that.
That would be handy. Yeah, I have the Google Mini, but I mostly just use that for like music.
Yeah, I have a Google Mini, and I'm just like, what's the weather outside?
Sometimes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't even get up to turn off my lights. Just be like, turn off the fucking light. I don't want to say it now because it's gonna turn that shit off.
Alexa.
Hey, you shut your mouth. And would it be Amazon without its fair share of controversy? Josh, Sean, any controversies that stick out to you that you know of?
Oh,
the people that don't have restroom breaks and just pee in bottles.
The bottles, yes.
Worker exploitation.
Not great.
Mm-hmm.
Underpaying these workers.
Well,
in addition to not letting them. Yeah, that's that. There's a lot of ways that they exploit
tax evasion.
Workers. Oh, tax evasion.
Leading to millions of unpaid taxes, if not hundreds of millions, probably at this point. Which could improve, roads. Society as a whole would improve. You guys could get healthcare for no extra charge.
Is Jeffrey Bezos that fucker with the boat? How he's trying to destroy a bridge?
That's
him, right?
In the Netherlands, yeah.
My God.
Do you want me to tell that story?
Go ahead, Josh.
Okay, so this dumb motherfucker built a massive fucking boat. Like, I think it's one of the biggest if not the biggest, it's like second biggest cruise ship or private yacht. Cruise ship. Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah. And so they built it in the Netherlands. And to get this fucking boat out to sea where he can actually use it, they have to tear down an entire historic bridge in the Netherlands for him to get the boat through. What the fuck?
I just saw this yacht. This is...
It's huge.
There's no need for that shit.
Yeah. For
This
him and
is
what 10
fucking
people max?
ridiculous.
Like it's ridiculous.
That's just like that's a dick flex, pretty much what it is. What he's trying to do.
Or
I have a tiny dick
complexion. Yeah.
flex.
There you go.
I have to have a giant boat to cover up my tiny penis.
All the steroids that I'm taking is making my pee-pee smaller.
But it's like that matters. People aren't dating Jeff Bezos for that.
Oh no,
you know what I mean?
absolutely not.
No,
Shit.
absolutely not.
They know
Oh
what they're
my
doing.
God.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna get to all because there's a litany of shit that they
Controversies.
Well, I was gonna say
our
the other one I was gonna get to is price control.
Yep.
So that they have third parties sell on their website, and then when they realize a certain product's doing well, they'll end up making that product and selling it themselves under the Amazon Basics
line.
line, and sell it cheaper because they can sell things at a loss and just run the other companies out of business and then become the monopoly and raise the price back up.
Yep. It's fucking douchebag move.
Jesus.
Like I said, I'm not gonna get.
I'd be buying Amazon Basics too. I'd have no idea.
You're part of the problem. We're all part of the problem. Damn it.
Part of the problem.
It's
so
capitalism and as a whole.
Oh yeah, it's just fucking.
Continue. Sorry, John. I keep interrupting.
Nah, you're good. But like I said, I'm not gonna get to it as much. But our trusty friend Wikipedia has literally a giant list of issues that they have, and I'll briefly mention some of them, but I'm not gonna go over like full details about it. And as usual, Wikimaniacs, we highly encourage you to do your own research so you can say fuck you to Jeff Bezos, with knowledge or with facts. Some issues include the most notable, treatment of their employees, the warehouse conditions, again, the peeing in a bottle thing, and opposition to trade unions, because what better way to suppress workers by saying no to unions?
America hates unions.
Right. And Josh went with this a little bit, but the shady sales practices like counterfeit products, and there's actually been controversies of disturbing content that they sold, including anti-Semitic content. They actually sold they sold a pedophile guide back in the day, and they were able to control it, and some removal of LGBT works.
A pedophile guide. How to be a pedophile.
Right.
Pedophile for dummies.
And of course, just like Jeffrey Bezos' massive boat and all his fucking giant warehouses, due to its sheer size of a company, the environmental impact that they pose or leave behind, pretty much. That's kind of just a brief history of Amazon. What do you guys think about it? Like, did you guys know all this stuff already beforehand, or was it you kind of learned a little bit more about what Amazon was about?
Yeah, I knew a lot of it. I not to shout out another podcast, but there's a podcast I listen to. I'm blanking on the name right now, but they did a deep dive into Amazon, and it really opened my eyes to a lot of the things that they do and get away with, and made me rethink. So not like, I know I said all this stuff, but I bought all this stuff before I'd learned everything. So going forward now, I try to buy local if I can, or third party through Amazon, because at least, or if I can find a company on Amazon, I can go to their store
direct
and buy direct from them. And I find that it might not do anything in the long run, but it makes me feel better. And the podcast is called Land of the Giants.
Oh, okay.
So
I learned a little bit. I watched a documentary. I don't know if I finished it, about Jeff Bezos and Amazon and the startup and the controversies and stuff. I think it was just the 2020 news thing. So I don't know if I finished it, but most of that I did know, except for the shady practices of the price control.
The prices, yeah.
And the yacht thing. Jesus Christ.
Besides every some of the topics you guys touched on, is there anything that you want them to see change as far as practices are concerned?
Yeah, stop doing that bad stuff.
Stop doing bad things.
Don't do the bad things. Pay your employees. Let them have pee breaks. Destroy your yacht. Don't the bridge doesn't need to be destroyed. Your yacht is useless. It can't be good for the environment.
Build a big enough helicopter to lift the yacht.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, you you have so much money. There's no need. There's other ways for you to get to where you're trying to go. You do not need to go on your yacht.
I have an issue with people. So this is more specifically towards Bezos and billionaires. I have more of an issue with companies that get so big and their only motive is to get bigger, even though at a certain point it's like, okay, you're already like, why do you need to get bigger? Like your needs are met. You can meet the needs of your workers if you choose to, and still be a very successful company. It's like I don't understand.
Enough is never enough.
But that's the stock market, right? Because they want to make it seem like they're making more money by cutting costs and making their workers worse so that they make more money in the stocks rather than actually through the business practice.
Yep.
And
again,
go
and
ahead.
I think I touched on this. Like, I don't know if it was one of the episodes that we did, but I don't want to just blame strictly the company or like Jeff Bezos alone. I also want to blame the shareholders because I know they're the ones kind of pushing for them to like, hey, make things more expensive because we want more profit as well. So it's like an Avengers full of like shitty people wanting to be more greedy and like exploit workers. I think it's just fucking horrible practice.
Well, as bad as a person as Jeff Bezos is, he's not alone in this. This is it's a team effort to be shitty.
Yeah, America has the most billionaires for a reason, and that's because the government allows them to get away with a lot of the, taxes and exploitation of workers. So
it's team fucking 1%. They're like the worst.
Yeah, it's the people in power that are getting paid off by the people running the companies, and it's shitty because how do you fix that? Exactly. I don't fucking know. I'm just an idiot podcaster.
I don't fucking know.
Well, I don't want to end the episode grim. Okay, so there's kind of like the history of Amazon, but we're not done yet. Wikimaniacs, don't go anywhere. We'll be cutting to a quick ad break, but when we come back, we'll to Audible because we are sponsored by Audible. We'll be reading some funny Amazon product reviews from r/Amazon reviews. So stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Reddit on Wiki, and let's cap the episode with some fun, reading some funny Amazon reviews left on the website. But before we do that, guys, what's possibly the weirdest product you've ordered from Amazon that you can think of? Or what's probably like, what's your most favorite thing that you ordered?
I'll go weirdest. So learning new facts about Sean every day. All right. If you don't know, besides suffering from alopecia, where I'm having bald spots and suffering from my morbid obesity, I also suffer from bunions. That's right, Wikimaniacs. There's a lot of shit wrong with me. I suffer from bunions. The bones of my feet are fucking wide as fuck, and then my toes go in like that. It's kind of like a weird bump right where the toes meet the foot. If you don't know what a bunion is, search that shit.
I don't want to.
Or don't.
You know what? I have to look at these every day. Search that shit. Yeah, search it. Look at them. Look hard at them.
If you join our $25 tier, Sean,
I'll post feet pics. You better believe it. If you join the $25 tier, I'll put my feet on a fucking t-shirt. You better believe it. But the weirdest thing I bought from Amazon were these fucking bunion toe spacers that help alleviate the pain from bunions. They're essentially silicone rings that you put on your toes so you space your toes out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So where's the camera? Yeah, so your toes are like that. And you put the plastic in there. It makes the bump in your toes. It makes your toes not squeeze together. You can space them out. You know what I mean? It's
okay.
Probably the weirdest thing. In addition to the weird anime wigs that my wife just bought us for some karaoke party.
Oh god.
Oh, actually, I bought my Green Arrow costume from Amazon too. I buy way too much shit from Amazon.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm going through my orders right now. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to top Sean or even come close.
I don't know. These you're sharing your screen, and these anal beads are pretty weird, Josh.
I've got like a charcuterie board set. Is that super white? Probably.
That's super white. I didn't want to say it, so I waited for you to say it.
Fuck, I don't know. I don't have anything super weird. Like I said, this mic, but yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything very weird here. I'm sorry.
Mine's not really weird, but I got a squatty potty.
Okay, that's kind of weird.
I've used those. Those are pretty good.
Hey, they clear you out pretty good. Like it's the angle, it's just boom, like it's gone.
Boom, squatty potty, and then clean that up with the bidet. Ooh, you love to see it.
Rub it in.
GG's, baby. Shit's clean as fuck. Oh my god. All right. So we are actually going to be reading some funny Amazon reviews that was left on our website. Sean, I think I sent you a few.
Yep.
Why don't you read the first one for us, my guy?
All right, shout out Reddit user Anonymous Sal Taco for finding this review of a yoga mat. So, review for yoga mat titled "Please Come Back, Becky." My wife left me for a yogi man.
Oh, what?
Apparently, he can do things I just couldn't. Parentheses, touch his toes, I'm assuming. I don't know.
Probably.
I just purchased this yoga mat with the hopes that one day, too, could be as good as Cameron. The mat is true in every way, unlike my ex-wife. Although it does a superb job of whisking away the droplets of sweat that fall from my head, it does little for the tears that fall from my face. If you're worried about the plushness of this product, fear not. It is perfect to lay down on the back seat of your 03 GMC Yukon, which I am currently living out of.
Jesus.
I ordered the color gray because, let's be honest, nothing matters anymore. I would like to thank the maker of this mat for helping me get back on my feet.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds like a diary entry gone poorly.
Yeah, I was gonna say beautifully read, but oh my, how sad. This lives a sad life.
That's so fucking funny.
All right, Josh, what's your first one?
All right, so shout out to _sludge-factory_ who found this post, and they titled it "Driveway Alarm Saved 2 Marriages." So, ironically, they give it a 5-star, but they say 3 out of 5 stars wouldn't change a thing. This driveway alarm has literally saved 2 marriages. Before I had this alarm, I had a hard time getting my neighbor's wife out the back door when my wife came home. Now I can get her out with time to spare. And since we have 2 sensors, incredible range, by the way, we'll know when Dave gets home too. Great guy, Dave. Helped me install the sensors too.
Oh, no.
140 people found this helpful.
Evil people.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. All right, I'm up first. This one was posted by user Whore for Tony Stark. And
you found my account.
I thought you were a whore for Chris Hemsworth.
I have a lot of Stan accounts. It's unfortunate.
And this was from a purchaser, L Wirtz. They gave it a 2 stars out of 5. I don't know what item it is, but they titled it "Perfect If You Want to Get Fired."
Oh.
I was sitting on the couch and my doorbell rang. I leapt off the sofa and ran to the door screaming, quote, "My banana slicer." I opened the package. I opened the package and immediately snatched a banana to slice. Without instructions included, I did not realize I had to peel the bananas first. It was a gooey mess and I had to grab another. This time I peeled it, but my banana was too small. It didn't fill the whole slicer. So I went to Walmart customer service. Quote, "Do you have any giant bananas?"
No.
I questioned. The attendant turned away. I think he was laughing. He called for another attendant. They went to the back and brought out the biggest bananas I've ever seen. I went home with the bananas. I peeled the bananas and used the banana slicer. It was so satisfying to cut the bananas. I did it all day and forgot to go to work. I got a call from my boss. "You're fired," he screamed into the phone. I cried. I am no longer Jake from State Farm. I am now just Jake.
Jesus.
And 1,628 people found this helpful.
My God.
I found it helpful too. That was great.
All right, Sean,
All right.
what's your next one?
Next up from Amazon news. Oh, shout out Reddit user Deaf Music Lover. Oh, dark.
Feels the
Amazon.
vibrations.
Amazon buyer Leah, 1 star for the most motivating scale ever. A picture is attached, but I'll explain the picture after. This is the most motivating scale ever. It has this really cool feature that tells you when you are too fat. As soon as you step on it, the glass explodes and it cuts your feet into a million pieces. Way better than Weight Watchers and Jenny Craig combined. I would have paid at least $500 for this type of personal motivation. And pictured is a scale with broken glass all over the floor.
Oh god.
I will say this review does seem targeted as the only morbidly obese host of this show.
Full disclosure, I gave everyone just a random one, okay? This is not a target on you, my guy.
Interesting.
That's so fucking funny. I thought it was gonna be like, oh, it just says he's fat. Took it a complete different way. Oh, jeez.
Cut your feet in a million different pieces.
Oh, that was great. All right. For my last one, I from the user Lana is a llama. Great username. It's for a product that's like one of those, those sticky putty thing that cleans your car or your keyboard or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Slime. Yeah, the slime. So the top review is from a username Slathered in Gravy. Gave it a 4-star review and said, "Don't get creative." And it starts like this.
No.
Take my word and please do not do the obvious thing and try to make pleasure for yourself with this glue. Don't get me wrong. It works. And I was able to finish quite easily, actually. But then when I tried to use it to clean my car, it made more of a mess than it cleaned. Now I am buying an extra one so I can keep one for cleaning my car and one for Friday night when sometimes my friends don't want to hang out. And I'll be honest, it gets a little lonely. And 2,400 people found that helpful.
Yo, you're trying to clean your car with this cum-filled putty? That's on you, my guy. That's on you.
Why would you come in it?
I imagine he said he finished with it.
I know, but why would you? Like, that doesn't...
I don't know.
So many questions.
So many
Clearly
questions.
a man fucking putty is not thinking about why he would or would not come inside of it.
You know what? You are onto something, my friend.
Are you the one slathered in gravy, Sean?
No. I questioned it immediately.
Was this single Sean back then?
No, I'm Leah, who shattered the glass scale.
I was going to say Sean was one of the ones who found it helpful.
Oh, noted.
All right, so for my last review, this was posted by user Texas Beeb, and the title is "Looking for a Weighted Blanket," and this is really not what I expected to find, but was very informative. And it was from an Amazon customer. It doesn't say who the customer is, but their title is "Saving Farts 101."
Okay.
Have you ever wanted to fart at the beginning of the night and save that fart for the next day?
What?
No, not once.
Your current blanket probably just isn't cutting it. The cheese, that is.
Oh, God.
With this blanket, yeah, I know. With this blanket, though, you will have no problem saving those air biscuits for later use.
Jeez.
Biscuits. What the fuck?
This blanket can store fresh toots at 36 psi for 38 hours. These fresh will saturate your epidermis for a nice stale fart aroma to be your companion the next day. Were you also thinking of taking your Dutch oven game to the next level?
Holy.
I wasn't thinking of any of this.
This blanket will take you straight to the big leagues this holiday season. Buy it for you and your wife and make her regret every night sleeping with you forever. Also helps me sleep a little better. 8,696 people found this helpful.
Goodness gracious.
Holy shit.
Oh
I feel
my
bad
gosh.
for his wife.
Yeah, these reviews are something else.
Those are great.
Oh, well, that's it this week, Wikimaniacs. Just want to say thank you for tuning in as always. And as usual, you can find us on all the major podcast platforms or head on over to redditonwiki.com. If you want to support us, you can do so by being a patron. Head on over to patreon.com/cultivate podcast network. Everything will be up on the show notes. Follow us on all the socials as well. Reddit on Wiki on IG and Twitter, and Reddit on Wikipod on TikTok. And until next time, and if you saw something that kept you up at night, you must have read it on Wiki. Peace.
See ya.
Peace.
Expert in fucking, I don't know.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.